Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby and have ourselves a drink.
All right, Michaela is singing again, which means we are back in the lobby bar for the week of December the 8th, 2025. Brian and Michaela with you here. We're a week into December, which means we're 1 week closer to Christmas. So, Michaela, hopefully your sanity is hanging on there. I'm like way behind the eight ball. I haven't done anything. I haven't gotten any gifts. I've barely decorated. I have been drinking whiskey every day, so that's been good. You can see that on the YouTube. And you've been drinking wine every day. You can see that on all the social medias. Also on YouTube, I've been posting those as shorts as well. But how are you doing? Are you feeling holiday ready-ish, adjacent, not even close?
I'm feeling
Let
very
us know.
inebriated these days. I will say that. I mean, look,
Well,
we have a cocktail podcast, and so I just went to my doctor, and they were like, "So how often do you drink, would you say?" And I mean, we drink, right? Because we have a cocktail podcast, but like I think people have an unhealthy idea of how much we drink. We don't drink every day. I mean, I can't speak
mm,
for you, Brian, but I don't actually drink every day. So this
that's
waking
true.
up in the morning and like opening up my bottle of wine, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a lot. It's a lot of alcohol. So I'm feeling very, it's very festive. I guess one glass a day isn't going to kill me for the month of December. I'm going to be welcoming dry January. I'll tell you that. I'll be like, maybe that's not the worst thing in the world is to take it easy on my liver for a whole month after doing these advent calendars. But it's been pretty fun. I feel not prepared for Christmas yet. I mean, we just now got the inside of my house all Christmassy.
Okay, okay.
The weather has been really gross in the Carolinas. It's been wet and cold, not just cold. So it's been hard to like do some of the outdoor things that feel Christmassy, like go to the Christmas markets and stuff like that, because it's just the weather's been crummy. So yeah, I feel like I'm a little behind the eight ball, but I mean, we have time. We have time. We have
We have
like a
we have
week
time.
and a
We have
half.
we have time. I feel on one hand like it is more Christmassy this season than usual because it's been very cold and very gray. So it reminds me of
Mm.
my childhoods in Ohio, to getting ready for Christmas. But yeah, I've not been very motivated, but I have been doing my whiskeys every day. That's been a good time. And yeah, you've been doing your wines, so check those out. So check them out on YouTube because we're going to be doing some fun stuff on YouTube come the new year. So Michaela, we're getting closer to Christmas, and we just talked about how we shouldn't drink every day. Let's give everyone a cocktail right now. I found a really good one that's going to be perfect, I think, for this time of year. It's wintry. I was looking for like holiday cocktails, and like
Mm.
every one of
Mm.
them had cranberries in it. And I feel like we've done cranberry stuff like a bunch of times the last couple of lobby bars. So I found something else that I think would be good because you could mix one up for yourself. You might have some apple cider just hanging around, or you could probably even use apple juice in a pinch here. Don't tell anyone, but I think you could get away with that okay. And I think this also would really batch up nice if you're going to be having a couple of people over or doing like a party or something like that. And this is an apple cider margarita from accouplecooks.com. Thank you very much for the recipe to them. Michaela, take a look through this recipe and why don't you go through it with everyone? Because I think this is something that you might really like.
Ooh. Well, the first thing is because it has a margarita, it's going to have tequila in it. So take your favorite tequila, 1.5 ounces of it. You're going to add that to 2 ounces of apple cider, 3/4 of an ounce of triple sec, 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. You can cinnamon and sugarize the rim of your martini glass or your margarita cup if you want to do that really cool margarita shape during this Christmas time. I don't know, that's weird. I normally save those cups for the summer and not in the
Mm,
winter or the
hmm
fall.
hmm
So, but either way, put some cinnamon and sugar down, put some you can either put simple syrup or use just plain water and create this beautiful cinnamon sugar rim. And then you can create this in a shaker tin, strain it into your very, very cold sugar rimmed glass, and then you can pair this with a star anise cinnamon stick for garnish. I have actually seen where they are able to stick a stick into the star anise without breaking it. I've never been able to do it myself, but it looks
No,
so
that's
pretty.
witchcraft. You can't do that. That's like
It's so
AI.
pretty.
Someone AI'd
Yes,
that picture. There's no
it's
way you
not
could do that.
real. It's
There's no
not
way you could do
real.
that. Yeah, absolutely. I think this sounds really delicious. This would be very apple cider forward here. 2 ounces of the apple cider. I think if you wanted to go a little bit more margarita slants, you could use instead of the 2 ounces of apple cider, you could just use like a half ounce or so of like apple cider syrup, and everyone should have that because you've been making flannels all winter long, right, Michaela? So you can
Yes.
try that out. You mentioned using some simple syrup. that's a thumbs down for me on the rim. You mentioned water. You could definitely do that. I actually like to do mine with just a little bit of tequila. Just put in like a little like thimble's worth of tequila onto your plate to do that. Or if you're rimming with something else, just use whatever your base spirit is because A, it's going to be sticky when it gets on there, and it also
Mm.
evaporates, so it doesn't leave a lot of like extra moisture and stuff on there. It's just sticky enough to get your sugar, your salt, or whatever the case is there for your rim. So that's what I
That's
do
interesting.
there.
You could
If
use
you
lime juice as well, I guess. Lime juice, I
Mhm,
guess,
sure.
is the I don't know, I get the more, but tequila, I've never actually thought about using the liquor itself as the base for the rims that we use. That's interesting. I like
Oh
that
yeah,
idea.
yeah, and it totally gets you a little extra tequila there on the rim. Nothing wrong with that. And if you can figure out how to get a cinnamon stick through a star anise, please send us that because I would love to see it.
No, no, no,
Uh,
not the cinnamon stick, but just like it's what they did was it was like a cocktail stick that they
oh,
stuck through the star anise into the hole of the cinnamon stick, so it all kind of came together and
oh,
it looked like a
like a
magic
little,
wand
like a
with a
little
star at the
umbrella
top
of
of it.
flavor. Okay, okay.
But I every time I have tried to put anything through a star anise, it has broken up
It
into a million
shatters.
pieces.
Yeah,
So I don't know how they did it. I think you're right though. I still think it's AI, probably not
that's
real.
true. That's
Fake
true.
news.
I don't believe it. But you know what I do believe? That is Five Nights at Freddy's Part Two. That led the weekend. $63 million out of nowhere. I had like not really that much interest in seeing Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I never saw Five Nights at Freddy's Part 1. I've never played the video game, although that looks a little interesting. Maybe I'll fire that up over on Drink the Video Games at some time and check that out. But I don't think this was in either of our wheelhouses. And then we were talking to the bartender there at Regal last week. She was talking about how she was excited for it. And apparently a lot of people are excited for it. $63 million, dollars, the first uh, chapter of this story, I guess, made a boatload of money. So this one looks like it's going to be doing the same. Speaking of boatloads of money, Zootopia 2, $43 million dollars comes in second. It's almost up to $1 billion. That'll roll over a billion with a B sometime this week, probably. Wicked for Good. Jujutsu Kaisen Execution, of course, comes in number four. And Now You See Me Now You Don't rounds out number five. Michaela, are you going to go see Five Nights at Freddy's Part 2? Get you in the Halloween spirit. Halloween spirit. Get you in the Christmas spirit.
The Christmas spirit that's kind of like Halloween. No, I think I'm probably gonna have to miss it. There's just a lot of stuff happening in the next couple weeks. Yeah, it's just it doesn't look like my thing. But what I will do is when it comes out, I will watch both on streaming somewhere, and so I can get the full understanding of why it's such a big deal because it really is. Which is shocking to me. Not shocking is Zootopia because it's amazing. If you've not gone to see it yet, go see Zootopia 2. Watch Zootopia 1 so you understand what's going on. But I really enjoyed Zootopia 2. I thought it was great.
Zootopia 2 was pretty good. I also don't know if I'm going to go see Five Nights at Freddy's Part 2. It's a little busy this time of year. There's a lot of jump scares, I think, in the video game, Five Nights at Freddy's. So I guess hold on to your heart there, Michaela. Speaking of the Halloween Christmas of it all, this week we have coming out Silent Night's Deadly Night there. They've been doing a lot of these Christmas like horror things the last couple of years. There's a long lineage of those going back to like the schlocky like 80s, like straight to VHS kind of things. I don't know if that's your jam, Michaela. You can tell me in a second because we've also got a couple of things coming out to your streaming services. The first one you might still be able to see in a movie theater, and if you can, you should go do that. But that is the part three of Knives Out, Wake Up Dead Man. That hits Netflix this week. And finally, we've been wanting it for a long time now. There is a six-part documentary coming to Disney Plus. It is the Taylor Swift, The Final Era, I think is what it's called. The era is the end of an era is what that is called. Six-part documentary, kind of about the making and the behind the scenes and the final show of that mammoth tour going on. So I know you're definitely going to watch that. I know we're definitely going to watch the third part of Knives Out 3. What about Silent Night, Deadly Night? Is that your jam this time of year?
Yeah, I mean, I like to do one creepy, scary, kind of Christmassy
I mean, we did watch
show.
The Shining last
We
week for the
did, we
pod
did. So I
for
feel like
Christmas.
I kind of
So,
have hit my limit, but
oh,
maybe Silent Night, Deadly Night. That was a line from I don't know a movie from the 80s, right?
I don't know.
Where yeah,
Probably.
it was another Christmassy, scary like prom king, prom queen situation that was in the middle of Christmas. Yeah,
Okay, well there you go. You can watch that if you want, or if you want to stay at home, you could watch something else that's going to be on Apple TV Plus. That film is Spirited. It came out in 2022, and we're going to be talking about it this week on the podcast. So stay tuned for that. And if you want a little bit of extra holiday cheer coming your way, you can go check out our Patreon. We have a bunch of bonus stuff coming, and including a couple of things this week. We're going to be doing our hangout tomorrow, so make sure you get over to patreon.com/drink to movies and check that out. We're also going to be doing our bonus live stream Christmas holiday special episode. We're going to be talking about Emma Otter's Jug Band Christmas. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about some other Christmas specials, taking feedback from Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. So leave us a note there. We can talk about whatever your favorite holiday special is. So now that we have these apple cider margaritas done, and we have more, tastings, wine and whiskey to do every day, we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to buckle down. It sounds like we're both ill prepared for Christmas. So everyone, stay safe out there. Have an apple cider margarita, and we'll talk to you next time in the lobby bar.